for, I guess so we won't have an arm, you know, now these arm deals, everybody in the country is using them. Now, I mean, maybe we're smarter than everybody in the country, but Memphis, Jonesboro, Cape, every city, I mean, everywhere you go to. And the trash part of it, the messiness, it can't be an issue, or it would be a big issue in those towns. I mean, they would fix the issue. I don't know what I'm asking. I don't know what the possibilities are, but my gosh, for the.
Let me make a comment.
Okay.
I'm one of them that voted against signing the contract. Has nothing to do with anybody, anything, but I've been on the council longer than anybody here, and I remember when the citizens voted on it about 15 years ago.
Right.
And I remember when we tried to get this together about 12 years ago. And there was a lot of emotion about it, and there was a lot of conflict, and I felt like that we had dealt with this before, and that the main thing to me was it had already been picked and voted on, and why do we want to fight this battle again?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was one of the reasons that
Yeah.
I voted against it.
And
Citizens had spoken in the past.
right.
We also had 5 different.
Now, the sad thing about it is, everything is going to a single type of deal. Everywhere you go, either you're a city-owned, your municipality does it, or you contract with one guy to do it. And it's not a new deal, it's beginning to be an old deal where you got everybody doing, you know, 2 or 3 companies or whatever. But the amount of this money is unbelievable. And if there's something we could do, at least think about it. I don't think the citizens have thought about this, but taking $480,000 out of this that we ain't got. Lord, we're not a real well-to-do community, and taking $480,000 out of it, I just think is unbelievable. And I sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but if anybody's got any questions or anything, I'll be glad to answer them. Or thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
I'm going to elaborate on what Mr. Hilbert had to say. As a former council member, I understand y'all's situation here. He mentioned Zenith, which was the lowest thing we could find, but I'm going to go down this list. We got Hornerville at 1525, we got Steele at 1557, we got Malden at 1642, we got Portageville at 1716. All right, of all those, Sharp is some of those. How is our trash more expensive to move than these other cities? Does our trash cost more to move or to get rid of? Does our
That's a question that maybe they can answer.
Marco, do you own Sharp?
No.
No, well, let's talk to Sharp. We don't need to talk to Marco. He's too smooth for everybody.
Ask him.
He's too smooth, man. He's a smooth talker.
I consult him.
That's good consulting, but I want to know,
Yeah,
somewhere in here, I've got it on my phone. Somewhere in here,
Smooth.
you're smooth.
Do you have the contracts with those cities with those amounts?
Portageville, 1716 person. No change over 5 years, can terminate either way for 90 days. Either the city can or you can. Why is theirs 1716 and it's 2385 here?
Okay, well.
I'm curious. I'm not trying to attack you. I just want to know.
I know. All right, well, Portageville takes 1 truck.
Okay,
1 truck to pick up that city.
gotcha.
I'm gonna have to buy 3 new trucks to get this right here done.
So 3 new
And
trucks.
that's employees, you're looking at employees, office personnel. I mean, it costs to run this. I'm not a
understand.
billionaire company to where I can go out and just do it for $5 a month.
So 3 trucks is going to cost you, the city, $2.5 million over 5 years.
How much is a new truck?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the truck guy.
Almost $300,000.
Okay. All right. So, but what I'm trying to say, why still? With that being said, why is it cheaper in Fourierville than here? You've got trucks that do those,
So,
you've got trucks that do here.
let me just answer this. In those cities, we didn't buy cans,
Yeah? Okay.
didn't buy, have to buy new trucks.
Uh-huh.
They don't even have cans. Is it personal cans?
Yeah,
in the city?
personal cans.
All those are personal cans. You know how much 5,000 trash cans cost? No, about $500,000.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's a lot of expense.
So Kennett's getting into a bad deal because we got cans all over Kennett that are being used by you and everybody else now. So let's spend $2.5 million over 5 years so everybody can have a new can.
You're at 1.4 million and you're charging an extra 2.5 million. Just wondering where the 1.1 million's going. If you're at 300,000 for 3 trucks, that's 900,000.
To be all fair, I'm paying $23 trash right now.
Yeah, and most everybody, local guys were going up to 24 in the free market this year.
That's right, I understand that $8 deal.
And also,
$8, I mean, according to what we're all paying right now, and it varies, I'm sure it does.
it does.
I'm at 22.3 with friendly waste, so mine's going up 85 cents.
And it was gonna go up to 24 this year.
And we've got a chance to do it for 15.
So
I guess my biggest problem with the discussion, we sit here every week, every 2 weeks, we discuss about not putting anybody local out for, I don't know how long. We go with we want the big company, you eliminate local people.
Well, somebody said something to me today that really made sense. It's kind of humorous. I think that we need to get rid of all the cotton pickers and start picking cotton by hand again, because it puts people out of business.
We've seen what the Superstore did to the downtown when we got the big Walmart, it eliminated businesses.
Okay,
I mean, we can go whichever way you want to go.
I'm the chairman of the industrial committee, so therefore it is my job to try to bring business here, try to help businesses here, correct? Okay, sitting in the chair that I sit in, that $8 to me, that y'all are saying is worth a local business stay of the chair that I sit in. It's not personal. To me, it was the right decision to make for the people here, because these are local people here.
I'm not arguing that at all, Jake. When I was on the council, I was the one that fought the whole council to not do one pickup because it's going to put out a bunch of different companies out of business. So I convinced them to put it to the vote of the people. So when I left the council, that's what happened the next year. They put it to the vote of the people. I don't know the numbers. I think it was 70-30, somewhere around there. Does anybody remember? Jake, you were maybe the mayor at that time.
Roughly about that, yes.
So we actually put it to the vote of the people. But at the time, the council, I argued to a point that people were wanting to fight about it because I just didn't want to put anybody out of business. And my goal and my whole thing on it was I will not vote on anything that puts anybody out of business. At the time, it was different because there was 5 or 6 trash companies. Now there's 2 or 3.
One.
Well, there's 1 now. But at the time, there was 5 or 6. And so it was a good deal to vote it. Vote for it or let it be put on the ballot and let the people vote. Now, and I'm not opposed to 1. I think 1's fine. I look at this bid, if this is correct, this is what I have. This is what I got from City Hall today. So I understand the gallons. I understand you're going to get the city free trash. I understand the cleanup deal. And I don't think the cleanup deal, if I recall, I was on the council a long time ago, it cost us $40,000 a year for the citywide cleanup.
It cost $90,000 last time you did it.
So it's doubled since I've been on there. I was on there a long time ago. You were just a little kid when I was on there, so it's been 20 years ago.
And this has been a couple years then.
You're smooth. You're smooth.
Yeah, it was 80,000 the last time.
So it's 80,000. Okay, so that's 80,000. So now we've got another 400,000 we're looking at. All right, this beautification fund, I'm not even convinced that that's legal. I'm not convinced they can take money out of the citizens' pocket and give it to the city without voting on it. It's a tax. That's an unvoted on tax. I mean, no matter how you look at it, it's unvoted on tax. The surcharge deal, I mean, the fuel, I understand the fuel 100%, I'm 100% agree with you, but it's open-ended. I mean, it's,
If fuel goes to $6.30 some odd cents, it goes up about a nickel.
okay, and it's most likely not gonna do that.
No.
Yeah, okay, but this was based on $5.36 a gallon,
That was
Diesel?
the day that was put in. That was the.
and it's 4.397 today, 96 today. So is it gonna go down?
No, it didn't say that.
Okay, so it's not gonna go down, there's only upside. But that's all right, I understand what you need to do.
Don't you run trucks? Or you just-
I do, that's what I'm saying, I know
you're just a
what the
broker?
fuel is, and I understand the fuel surcharge, I understand all that, and I'm in 100% agreement with that.
In our cost of business, we gambled on the cost of business, just like 2020, a brand new roll-off truck, bought one that was $180,000. Bought two this year that were $235,000. What changed? The trucks didn't.
No, the
Cost of business is going up. For a smaller company, the cost of business hurts a lot more than a Fortune 500 company.
I'm not arguing that at all.
Sure.
But I am arguing that you're doing the same service other places for a whole lot less money. Why should Kennett,
It costs
because
more.
are these trucks only gonna be used in Kennett? I
Costs
guess
more to run.
probably.
Yes, they
It
are.
costs more to run.
5 days a week, yes. Them trucks are dedicated to Kent.
Maybe, I'm not smart enough to understand it, I don't know. Maybe somebody with a little bit more sense needs to look it over, but I'm gonna yield the floor.
Hi, Matt Jackson. I'd like to just build upon, I think Mr. Hilbert and Mr. Sparks both had excellent points. County stole my thunder a little bit, but that's fine. I just wanted to come at this from a different direction. I'm actually not completely opposed to having citywide trash pickup. Sharp's fixed my trash up now. I've been very happy, very satisfied.